Emissions trading markets have become a powerful tool for the policymakers as this can provide market signals to enforce the energy transition. What is behind them is what we'll learn in this video, as well how the power energy prices in the spot markets are affected. Let's start. At Energy Technology Sherpa, we want to bring you this channel to get acquainted in technologies and investments in the energy sector, primarily clean energy technologies. Sherpa is a key concept as we want to be the right companion for you in a journey that is difficult somehow. Emissions is the biggest challenge the society is facing, as may affect climate and have impactful consequences in our way of life as well as in our economy. How it started.
So at this time, I'd like to give you the package, as so described, with this question of the texts already indicated. I propose that the committee express its agreement and adopt the text and recommend it for signature at the next conference. Do you agree with those sentences that would appear in the report?
Will recommend the adoption of this protocol to the conference by unanimity.
European Union moved forward. A formal commitment was made for an 8% reduction of GHG emissions from 1990 levels in the period 2008 to 2012. No matter other large players were not moving forward, the EU was convinced. Either we go for a green economy or there will be no future. Just 10 years to put in place a fail-proof system that gives the right economic signals to the stakeholders to motivate them to reduce the emissions as per the committed targets. The system started in 2005 and run a trial period until 2007. So, a market was required to create the right economic incentive in all stakeholders. Emissions rights were the items to trade. EUA stands for European Union Allowance. Each EUA is an entitlement to emit 1 ton of carbon dioxide equivalent gas. The main characteristic is that EUAs will decrease year by year to enforce the emission reduction goal. So, price is expected to rise as EUAs in the market decrease. EUAs are given to companies in defined sectors as a target not to exceed. From that very point in time, each company is managing the allowances. They can invest in reducing emissions to avoid fines. If successful, they may have excess of EUAs that could be traded with other companies not reaching their goals. Similarly, if they are not able to cut down emissions, they can buy from others, or they may decide to face fines. Drivers for market prices are EUA's availability, fines tag for those not able to cut down emissions, and technology evolution. Authorities may adjust EUA's availability through a reserve called MSR to ensure prices are high enough to encourage companies. EUA historical prices have been extremely low in the 2008 to 2017 period. At that time, the EU decided to make use of the Market Stability Reserve to challenge companies. Since then, prices went up and goals for 2020 were achieved. Since early 2021, and anticipating the new goals for 2030 and 2050, that we have already covered in one of our previous videos, futures for EUAs have reached a €60 markup that will be with us for many months. It is also expected that prices will continue to grow as emissions get lower, and at some point in time, we will reach the €100 mark. How is this affecting you as an individual? Let's see how this is impacting our electricity bill. We will compare marginal costs for all main technologies in the power generation sector. This is a fundamental element for assessing the final LCOE. All in all, differences are not very relevant. Moreover, if we consider other impacts as the capex or the performance, things start to change if we include the impact of the emissions market for some of the technologies. natural gas power plants produce an average 400 grams of CO2 per kilowatt-hour. This figure scales up to 900 grams of CO2 per kilowatt-hour for the coal power plants. So, with an EUA tag at €50, the marginal costs of natural gas will be increased by €20 per megawatt-hour, and for coal power plants up to €45 per megawatt-hour. With an emissions market at €100, the impact will double. This is providing a very strong indication to the power generation companies to stop investing in conventional power plants, or even to decommission them and install renewable ones. However, energy pool markets are marginal markets. This means any kilowatt-hour is paid at the highest offer made. So, ironically, as higher are getting the emissions allowances, the higher the impact on the conventional power generation, and finally the highest is the price we pay in the retail market. Emissions markets are driving the energy transition into the right direction, but the coupling with the energy markets is causing an artificial increase in prices for end users. A redesign of the market is required. Thanks for watching.